Hey y'all, welcome to Freedom Makers. I'm Amanda, and today Danny is walking me through his goat barn. He's going to show me a couple things from when they used to milk goats. They just got goats again, and if you guys want to see those, they're on crazy days all the time. I'll list a link below. But he's going to show me kind of the layout of his goat barn here and why things are where they are, because in the future this is something that I would like to add to our homestead.
First thing we have here is our hay rack. Over to the side here. This hay rack is designed where square bales will fit down in it, and that way the goats can walk right up here and reach through the squares here, and they can eat the hay. Because a goat, if he ever steps on the hay or uses a bathroom in it, he will not eat it. So that's the reason we put it up like this, so that they can't just destroy the hay. They have something that they can, get up and get on without actually standing in it or using the bathroom in it.
Okay.
Different stalls here. I have a stall back here, and then we have this stall here. The reason we have two stalls is when you get mama goats and they go to having kids, you need a different area for the mama to kid in so that all the other goats are not in there with her disturbing her. So that when she has her kids, if you're going to let her nurse them, then she's able to stay in there with her kids to do it. But if you're going to take them away to bottle feed them, then you need to be able to take them away and get them out of here without her. You can leave her here by herself.
Okay.
This thing here has many features about it. This is a squeeze chute. The goats can come in from the outside. They can come in here, and when they do, their head sticks through right here. You pull this back, this lever pulls over, their head comes through right here. You push your head in it, lock it down, put the pin in, they can't move. Their head's locked in. They can't go backwards, forwards, or anything like that. And then if we need to do any kind of work on them, if I have to work on the back of them, I can come here and lift this up, and I can get in here on top of them, do any kind of work on top. They can't do anything about it. Or if I need to trim hooves, I can open up these levers here and open these doors up. I can get right here to fold their feet back to trim their hooves or anything without having to try to hold them down manually.
So what other kinds of things would you need this for, other than hoof trim? What other kind of problems?
Well, goats have an array of different issues that they deal with. Lots of times if you're going to milk a goat, you need to take a set of clippers and clip around their udders and stuff like that. And because it vibrates, you're not going to get them to stand still out here to do it. You're going to have them where they can be held to be able to do it. So we'll clip around their udders. We'll clip around like at birthing time. They get ready to have little ones. You need to be able to trim around the vulva area in the back and around their tail, because if not, it gets all matted and just gets nasty and everything. So you can take the clippers and trim the hair back so that everything stays clean.
Okay. And
the birthing is real clean and natural.
What are the dimensions of this? How wide does this need to be for that purpose?
I think this one's 17 inches wide, and it's about 4 feet long, and about 3 feet high.
Okay.
It's not anything fancy. It's just 2 posts in the ground here with just nailed together and screwed together, so just anything to hold a goat, and a goat's not going to get out of that. Once the animal, you get through with it, you just pull this out right here, open this up, they'll jerk their head back in almost immediately, then you close it back. As soon as you do that, you just flip a lever right here, the gate opens, the goat can come back out, and then...
So you don't have to back them out.
So you don't have to back them out, and then when you do that, it automatically locks itself, and then you wait for the next one to come in and do the same thing with them again. This is for when we bought the babies. When we first bought them, they had to be, they were just kind of real tiny and it was real cold. We didn't want them on the ground. So we would put them up in this, and we had a heat lamp that hung over them. And it would keep them warm.
And then, obviously, there's a food trough.
Yeah, we have a mineral thing here for their minerals. This feed trough, I don't really recommend this for a goat like this. Goats do better if they can stick their head through something and reach to the other side, because they're bad about turning around and using the bathroom in it. And if they use the bathroom in it, they will not eat it. So that's one reason. This is going to eventually be changed out. It's just that we had it this way when we had sheep in here. See, they'll get up in it with their feet like that, and once they do, they don't want to eat it.
So how high would you want to do it?
Probably about 12, the bottom of it a good 10 to 12 inches off the floor.
Okay.
And then and of course, in the water bucket hangs on the wall on the side over there. You can buy these brackets right here that screw to the wall. and the bucket just reaches up in there and basically just hooks on it. And that's basically all they are to raising a goat. Okay, when it comes to milking goats, the first thing you want to make sure is you have a milk stand. Now we don't have a milk stand right now because I gave mine away like I told you. So when I build one, I'll show you that whole process. Matter of fact, I'll probably video it.
Okay.
So we know how it's done. But when it comes to milking, there are certain things that you need to have on hand. Now this here is called a strip cup. This is part of what's important with the goat. You have a screen that goes in the top of it, fits right in here. And what you do is, when you get ready to milk the goat, you take a warm rag and you wipe the teats off on the goat. You clean her real good, and the warmness of the rag kind of helps her to relax a little bit. And as you grab the teat, you grab it with the top of your fingers, and it's kind of a squeezing motion. You go down, and the first 2 or 3 strips, you strip it into the screen right here. This is what you look at. If it's got clots in it, or if it's got mucus of blood or anything like that, you automatically know that there's an issue with that teat on the goat, so that you can't use that milk out of that one.
Okay.
That's what this cup is for. You grab one, squirt 2, grab the next one, squirt, squirt, grab the next one, however many she's got. Usually 2 is what most of them have, but some have 3. And you look at that, and if it looks clean, then you proceed on, and you take like a stainless steel pot like this here, or they have milking pots. This is just a regular stainless steel pot. You always want to use stainless if you can help it, because it's easier to clean.
Okay.
And you just milk into it, and when you get this full, you'll take it, and you have this another stainless steel funnel here, and inside this funnel, I have the little filters over there that go down in there, so like a coffee filter. And you set this in the top of a jar, like you take a jar here like this without a lid on it, and you set that in the top of your jar, because the secret to good goat's milk is cooling it down as fast as possible. You take the milk out of the stainless steel pot up there, and you pour it over into this with the little coffee filter looking thing in here, and the coffee filter will actually catch any, you're going to get a hair, you're going to get different things like that. Trash is going to fall in while you're milking. The strainer, the filter catches all that, and then once you get the jar full, you take it, you put a lid on it right quick, and go ahead and get it to the refrigerator and chill it down as quick as possible. They make a product called Fight Back. This is a disinfectant. You just pop the cap off of it, turn it over, and you spray it on the goat's teat just once, twice. On each teat you just spray a streak of it on there. And what this is a bacteria killer that keeps the bacteria from getting around to the end of the teat where the milk comes out and actually causing her to have a problem. One of the things that here and where we live at, because of rules and regulations when you sell milk or the butter or the cheese or anything like that, everything has to be sanitary, has to be stainless steel, and they don't want you touching a lot of things with your dirty hands, so to speak, once you touch the goat. So you just come up here with your knee, and just hit that, and you can wash your hands like this here. And usually we keep a towel hanging to the side to dry our hands off with before we go to the next animal. That way you don't have to worry about transmitting a bacteria from one goat to the next goat.
That is sweet. And this came from a doctor's office?
Actually from an auction from a clinic.
Awesome. That is sweet.
Okay, this is a holding pen here. You'll bring your goats into this pen here, the ones that you need to service inside the barn. There's a chute right here. This is what goes in there, and you open this back, lock it. The goat will come around and go through this chute. They go in the barn to that squeeze chute that we was just looking at in there.
Okay.
Then when you get a goat in here, you can just flip this thing back around, and you can lock them in there, and they can't get back out of it.
Okay. So that was very enlightening. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You are welcome.
Now I know how to kind of get started, what I need to be thinking about, looking for, and space and all that stuff. So I appreciate it.